Welcome back. We're going to continue our show by highlighting our selections for local primetime players of the week. Now, my local selection is a team that has been the subject of controversy all over the nation throughout the course of this season. I'm talking about the defending 21-4A state champion Jack Yates Lions basketball squad. These guys are dominating the competition. 50 consecutive victories. In their last game, they beat Davis High School 127-26. 101-point victory. Wow. They've cracked the century mark for the 8th consecutive game. And in their past game, they led 46-10 at the end of the first quarter. And this is with Jack Yates coach Greg Wise benching 2 starters, Brandon Peters and Elton Roy, while his other starters, Joe Young, Darius Gardner, and Alex Davis, each only played 8 minutes. He also shelved the full court press. So this guy was doing everything he can to make the competition even. It still didn't even matter. You had senior Chris Hill come off the bench to give you 22, and everyone is expecting the Yates to contend for another state title. That's my selection. Go JY. I got a feeling that you have someone different. Who's your selection for the week?
Well, this week, with the Olympics going on, I'm going to take the local primetime player, as local as being the United States of America, and none other than Apollo Ono, who's 7 medals in short track speed skating. He is now the most decorated U.S. Winter Olympian in history, passing Bonnie Blair, who had 6. And he still has multiple events left to go. So there's no telling what kind he can add to his repertoire. He is an amazing athlete. If you caught those speed track, those short track racing, unbelievable. That guy is on the top of his game. And I mean, I hate that the Olympics are every 4 years, because that guy would be the Tiger Woods of short track speed skating. So he is my primetime player of the week.
He's definitely looking great. We're going to continue our show by jumping into our topic of the week. We're talking about the guy you just mentioned, Tiger Woods. We all know what got him into trouble. We all know what he did wrong. We all know what the different mistresses were saying. We all know what the different pundits were saying about his behavior. And on Friday, Tiger addressed the media for the first time since his infidelity was reported back in November. This was his chance to finally come clean, speak from his perspective, get his side of the story, and acknowledge his rights and his wrongs, or should I say. And I felt like this opportunity to do that. We both heard his statement. I heard it, you heard it, the world heard it, the nation heard it. What did his statement tell you?
You know, I saw that statement, and I'm an optimist. I'm always looking at the glass half full. And what I saw was a man who owned up to his mistakes, admitted that he did something wrong, and that he's going to do better. He has to set he's going to set a better, he's telling the public he's going to set a better example, because he knows he has a lot of people that are looking up to him, his foundation. He let down a lot of people, and I think that he is, that takes a lot of courage to do what he did, to stand up in front of the entire country, probably I'd say the entire world, and admit that you did wrong, and especially something as infidelity. That is a tough subject to talk about, and I give that guy props for standing up. While he did do wrong, he is admitting to it and making steps to correct that. So that is definitely, he definitely got a good view on that one. I mean, what did you get from that?
Well, what I saw was a guy who was somber. I think that his statement was the equivalent in golf. If you say a hole-in-one, I felt like he really knocked it out of the park. He did really well with that. First off, the first thing he said was he acknowledged how his behavior affected his family. The stress and strain that he put his family through were all a product of his poor decision-making. He pointed out how children all over the world look up to him. And I'm glad he acknowledged that. He acknowledged the fact that he's a role model, and this was a teachable moment for the parents of this country and really the world to say, you know what, this guy was on his high horse. He was at the top of his game. He was an athlete, but he has to acknowledge that he's not above the fray when it comes to morals. I think that this gave him an opportunity to realize that he made mistakes, and parents can look at their children and say, you know what, this is how you come back from a mistake like this, by acknowledging that you did something wrong and taking the necessary steps to make amends for your behavior. And I want to know, where do you think golf would be without Tiger Woods? I think that he is golf, in my opinion. Where would golf be without Tiger Woods?
You're definitely right. I mean, golf would be absolutely nowhere. It would be not in the public eye. Nobody would be paying attention to it. Tiger Woods has put golf on the map. He has brought golf to the inner city. He is brought to all cultures golf. I'm not a golf fan, but you know what? I watch when he plays, and so that's amazing. We've come to the end of this segment, so we're going to take a break. But when we come back, we're going to talk about the Winter Olympics. So stay tuned.